Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here with another One Piece chapter reaction and review. The temperature and the weather has not changed since we've got back from the Bahamas. It's been gloomy, it's been raining, and it has not let up! Can we at least get something more than 34 degrees here in North Carolina? Thank you. Alright, moving on to chapter 934, Hyougoro the Flower. And who do we have on the front page? Cover page requests Usopp talking to a cockatiel. I'm pretty sure I said that right. You guys know how I am with pronunciations. Perched on the tip of his nose. Pen name Noda Skywalker. Ooh, Noda Skywalker. I'm seeing that name a whole lot. And it's just a classic scene with one of the Straw Hats on the cover page. I was half expecting to see someone other than Straw Hats. Maybe, I don't know, Marco. I don't know, Katakuri. I don't know, but guess not. Because last we left off, Komurasaki was cut down, seemingly, because I don't believe she's actually dead, was seemingly cut down by Kiyoshiro. And then we see Orochi's full Yamata no Orochi, his snake form, model Yamata no Orochi. We don't know its full capabilities, but we do know that the name of it. Then we got Robin and the others trying to escape from the castle with the ninja squad behind them, the Onewa Banshu. Hey, I remembered it. Sweet. And we have Chopper, Momonosuke, and I want to say Tama traveling with Big Mom to Ebisu, like the Ebisu town, and Chopper's all like giving Big Mom, well, they're calling her Olin now, but giving Big Mom a suggestion of going to Udon, which happens to be the prison, the area where the prison where Kid and Luffy are currently being held. There's gonna be one big hassle in the castle if Big Mom gets to Udon and she starts tearing stuff up, because we all know Big Mom's a tank. Let's find out. The Big Mom pirates who fell off the waterfall. Wado Country, Border Sea. We're in a bit of a pinch, Perorin. Of all the things that could have happened, Mama just had to fall off the boat at the top of the waterfall. And then we got Daifuku, I remembered his name. Daifuku, Flampe, and Smoothie all talking. With King patrolling the skies, there's no way we can take that route again. We were very lucky that our ship didn't capsize.
Can't we do something instead of staying here like sitting ducks?
Mama's Vifra card is still intact, so she must be alive. We're lucky for that too. She's an ability user and she fell into the sea. Isn't it very likely that the enemy pulled her out and took her prisoner?
What? By Kaido? Even if she did somehow wash ashore, she'd be stranded in enemy territory, so they'd capture her eventually. Even though those two were once part of the same crew, they're now emperors who love to see the other dead.
This is the second time we are getting information about Big Mom and Kaido once rolling in a crew together. What kind of crew were they in? I think someone said they was in like the Rock Pirates or something, but I would love to hear more about Kaido and Big Mom's adventures as former crewmates in a crew together. Who was their captain for them to serve under? Makes you wonder.
Even though those two were once part of the same crew, they're now emperors who would love to see the other dead. I'm sure he'd jump at any chance to take her life.
If that were to happen, then the Big Mom Pirates would be renamed as the Peros Pirates.
Hey, hold on just a second, big brother Peros. If anyone should be the new captain, it should be Katakuri.
Birth order trumps all, Perorin.
Stop spouting nonsense. Something like that should obviously be dedicated by one's capabilities.
You guys are talking about Mama like she's dead, says Smoothie. I have no doubt that she will return to us. The typical logic of this kind of situation doesn't apply to Mama, you fools.
Kuri Amigasa Village. A woman called Big Mom is with you? Indeed, she's a super strong outsider. Wait a minute. How did a simple stroll on the beach turn into a traveling brigade to the hellish Udon? Come back immediately, Otama. I will let you explain yourself later. Oh, wait, isn't that that's the dude. I forget the Tengun man. I forget his name. I am so sorry. And I gave him the wrong voice. Come back immediately, Otama. I will let you explain yourself later. And is Lord Momonosuke with you as well? Kinemon asked me to keep an eye on him. And they're silent. In their silence.
Master, do not worry. I, a diligent kunoichi, will protect him.
When did you become a kunoichi? You aren't even as strong as half a man. Return here this instant, Otama. Oh, Sir Hitetsu. Hey, there's Kiku.
Sir Hitetsu, I am accompanying them. We have already begun our trek, so please inform everyone of our whereabouts.
I will not. Oh, Kiku, get back here immediately. Gotcha. And that's the end of that. Wait, that is not a transponder snail. They're speaking through some bamboo shoots? Kuri Wasteland. You said her name was Big Mom earlier. I feel like I have heard that name before.
She's nobody important. Don't worry about it. This Croco Shark is such a well-behaved child. You forced it to be well behaved by hitting it twice. You're scary.
So the crocodile shark that was out there in the distance, they're all riding on it now. And now it is their personal ride because Mama beat the crap out of it. Just hit it twice. And now it's letting them ride it.
Those poor people in Nokobore town couldn't give us any food to take with us. But that's okay because they were very nice to me.
Yatta! And we still got Momonosuke doing his sword training on top of it.
They were nice even though they didn't know me. Well, I don't even know who I am.
That talking hat hasn't said a word this whole time. Did it lose its memories too? Yes, because that is a very delicate situation. Napoleon hasn't said anything since this has been going on. And then they're moving in.
I hope Udon isn't too far away. I'm starving. Don't look at me while you're drooling here. Don't look at me while you're drooling everywhere.
About that, Olin, Udon is still quite far away. Momonosuke, then it goes to Tama. Here's a rough map of the Wano country. Oh, sweet. So now we have oh man, my nose is running for some reason. Now we have a rough drawing of the entire island, the entire Wano country. So we have the northern cemetery called Ringo. We have the flower capital with the Mount Fuji. We have Okobori town in Kibi. We have Bakura town and Mount Atayama, which we saw the Shuten Maru fighting against either it was Inuarashi, and Kinemon was there. In Kuri, and it also has Amigasa Village. They're making their way from Bakura town to the prison mine in Udon, and we have Ebisu town and the Hapu port in one section of the country called Hakumai. And that's the entirety of the Wano country, with Onigashima literally adjacent from the island, as if in order for you to get to the island, you got to go through Onigashima, something like that. A large river divides Wano into 6 regions. The weather differs between each region. To reach Udon, we have to cross this river.
That's pretty far away. Stop looking at me!
And Big Mom is just staring him down.
You're serious about this, aren't you, Momo? I will be at the center of this battle. I must not falter.
And he's still just training hard. And Tama's kind of laughing at him a little bit.
What just happened? Oh, it was just like the sword, it looked like the sword slipped from his hands and he's screaming. Lord Momonosuke, where did you learn that yell? Oh, no, he said something.
I must not falter. Snatch!
And then, Tama's laughing at him. And then Kiku's all like, where did you learn that word from?
Lord Momonosuke, where did you learn that yell?
Snatch is what outsiders yell when practicing their swordplay. Zoroju taught it. He told me that it's a way to strengthen my heart when my courage falters.
In any case, do not use that word again.
Huh? Why?
It may just be a coincidence, but in the Kurdi dialect of old, there was a yell just like that too. Using a word like that is not befitting of someone like you, Lord Momonosuke.
What? Isn't it fine to say?
I said no. It is not.
Oh, I read that completely different.
It is not.
And then we cut to Wano Country Ringo, the Northern Cemetery, which appears to be like a frozen wasteland. Wow, this place has more weird weather patterns than Punk Hazard.
Phew. The capital is in chaos. That was close.
Is it normal for someone so beautiful to be cut down? What a scary samurai, says Nami.
I guess you guys don't know about Kiyoshiro. 20 years ago, the most famous Yakuza in Wano before Kiyoshiro took charge was Hyougoro the Flower.
What a fancy name.
I hope we've made the right decision when we dropped Otoko off in the pleasure district. I'm a little worried about her.
You're right to be. The Shogun is enraged at her.
He wouldn't bother trying to catch a child.
Would he?
Shall we go to the bathhouse and check on her on the way there? I'm pretty tired. If we do that, we'll have to disguise ourselves. Orochi controls both fresh water and hot water. He controls the people at the flower capital through their most basic needs.
That's true. We should rest a little bit. I'm a little upset about how little information I was able to obtain. I was only able to find out what time Orochi will wake up on the day of our battle, along with what will be transported to Onigashima as an offering via the Shogun procession, as well as when the banquet will happen, as well as Kaido's favorite meal, and the hierarchy of his subordinates, along with their military strength and the amount of weapons they possess, along with...
And she keeps listing she says there's little information that she obtained, but she keeps listing off so much that she's learned in Kanjuro's all like, you're so competent.
Ah, Orobi, about that. It was there. The poneglyph. It wasn't...
Oh, was that Kanjuro saying it?
Orobi, about that, it was there, the poneglyph. It wasn't a red one, but... What? Really? Our luck stone is still strong, Bonikichi,
however you want to say it.
Indeed, but we weren't able to obtain a rubbing this time. While I was in my ghost form, I saw it in the basement protected by a rock-solid door. The room was strange, with wooden human figures lined up inside.
Could there be Kokechi dolls in there?
As I expected, the road poneglyph must be in Onigashima.
Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho! Anyway, let's go to the bathhouse.
You can't come. You stand out too much.
Huh? Then we get to the flower capital. So we're going to all these different regions and seeing what's been going on.
The Dayu Komurasaki is dead! Wano's country's top idol! Boss Kiyoshiro cut her down. I'll never forgive him.
Shut up, you idiot. If the Kiyoshiro family hears you, then... I didn't even get to get a good look at her face because of how dazzling it was. Did you hear about the supernatural incident? I was suddenly awoken by the sound of crashing thunder. Ebisu Town. And Sanji's just straight up bawling. Komurasaki Juan! Why are you crying? You only got to see her once. And he's crying like mad. The death of a beautiful woman is a loss for the whole world. It looks like they'll be having her funeral tomorrow. Did he really cut her down? Is Komurasaki actually dead? This can't be real. Can't you read the mood?
Oh, Roby and the others were there when it happened. Are they alright?
It's definitely a worrying situation.
Oh yeah, try contacting her with that thing. Oh, you mean the smale? Oh, so it is a smale, but it's like on a bamboo shoot though. So it's not like an average transponder snail. It's a snail on top of like a thin bamboo shoot. Interesting.
Oh yeah, you mean the smale.
It's Wano Country's alternative to the transponder snail. Transponder snail. The smart pond snail. Women's bath, Traw guy. Does the newspaper say anything about Luffy's situation in Udon? I bet he lost his patient by now and escaped from prison. You're probably right. I want to meet up with him soon. It doesn't say anything about Straw Hat, but I do see Eustace Kid. Huh? Women's bath. So he is there. Women's bath. He keeps saying women's bath while he's holding his stealth black raid suit. He's eager to go peeping. Women's bath. So he's here in the Wano Country too. Well, Hawkins, his alliance partner, is here. So it makes sense that he's here as well. But they don't seem to have the same standing here. It says here that he escaped from the prison. But why? By the way, do you know where I can find the closest bathhouse? Your mind has been elsewhere this whole time, you jerk! Sanji cannot focus because now that he's gained the ability to go invisible, he wants to visit the nearest women's bathhouse. He cannot focus. Focus, bruh! Wano Country, Udon, the prisoner mine. One of the prisoners, Eustace Kid, has escaped. If any of you assisted him or have any information on his escape, step forward. But he sure didn't think it through. While he did escape, he's still wearing his sea stone handcuffs. You didn't help him escape, did you? He did talk with you the most, after all. When we catch him, he'll be subjected to the most severe punishment. His death is all but guaranteed. What an idiot! Guard, gifters, alpaca man, alpaca smile user. I can't take him seriously. Like, he's an alpaca. I can't give him a threatening voice. I can't give him a threatening voice with a straight face. So he's stuck with his voice now. And he's just, while he's talking to Luffy, he's just spitting in his ear. That's dirty. Are you retaliating? Shall I remind you of the punishments? Your arms will be cut off the first time you do it, and your legs will be cut off if you do it again. Stop it. He'll die at this rate. And he's just constantly spitting on Luffy. And, oh snap, we got more smile users. Please stop stepping on Grandpa Hyo. Hold up. Grandpa Hyo. Hyougoro the flower. Oh, could this be him? And, okay, so we have this smile user constantly stepping on Grandpa Hyo. Please stop stepping on Grandpa Hyo. He's just an old man.
We can't have you trying to cheat the system, Gramps. You're only allowed to eat what you work for.
He's right. And then we have an elephant smile user. If you can't work, then just starve to death like a real man would. My precious Kibidongo.
Hey, Gramps, you're not capable of working that much, so how do you have so many meal exchange tickets?
And he's eating his Kibidongos, just ignoring the multi-leg, possibly spider smile user.
Why the heck are you eating?
And he's beating on him as Grandpa Hyo is trying to eat all his Kibidongos that he has.
Spit that out, Gramps. You don't have the right to eat.
And Grandpa Hyo's bleeding, but he's still trying to keep it in his mouth. There's no way I'll spit these out. That man gave these dongo to me.
I won't let a single one go to waste.
Who gave you those tickets? Tell me the name of your accomplice.
And everyone's just wincing at Grandpa Hyo.
Grandpa Hyo, I won't tell you even if it kills me, you child. Carrying out one's honor and seeing it through, helping the weak and never yielding to the strong idiots. If I didn't respond to his chivalry with my own chivalry, I wouldn't be able to face the world.
Alright, and TN, the word used here is Ninkyo, the way of the Yakuza, or alternatively, the code of honor. And that's when he says strong idiots. Then when he said chivalry, TN, two meanings here. Strong is also read as idiot, referring to Kaido's men. Okay.
Grandpa Hyo, so go ahead and kill me. Meeting him allowed me to remember the past. It's been a long time since I, Hyougoro the flower, have felt such fulfillment. This is the land of the samurai. In the past, men like him could be found everywhere in this country, but you killed them all.
And Luffy speeds down to where Grandpa Hyo is. Hey, stop it, Luffy Taro!
We weren't able to defeat you strong idiots.
Stop right there! If you hit the guards, you'll be put to death, Luffy Taro! Grams!
Hey, stop it! If you...
And he jumps at the guy. Oh, the dude is like a scorpion because his hair, goes forward. What-ya? Says Luffy, and he jumps at the guy who I guess hardens his hair with hockey. It kind of looks that way.
Don't make me cry!
Oh. Queen! 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 Open the gate! It's sure noisy inside, isn't it? One Piece will be on break next week. It will resume in Weekly Shonen Jump issue 15. Chapter 934 end. Queen the All-Star has arrived! The gate will open shortly! Queen! Drawing closer. Yo, Queen just arrived at the prison. Whoo! And he's riding either like a seated chair with wheels on it, or a wheelchair. I don't know. It could be drawn by some sort of animal. I don't know. But wow. Okay, so this is a lot of information to process. So, we get a full map of Wano. Pardon me. I'm not sleepy. I literally just took like a power nap before I recorded this. So, let's go back to the beginning and cross off the list of everything. So, the crew that was with Big Mom, they're all on the Chantry right now. And they're all thinking about what could have happened to Big Mom. Petals is thinking, well, she is an ability user, so more than likely she might have died in the sea. But if she did, then she's more likely being held by Kaido and his men. And we get yet another reference of Kaido and Big Mom being in a crew with one another. It's kind of getting dark now. It was just bright outside. It can't... forget it. So, then we cut to a lot of the Charlotte children going back and forth about who would be captain if Big Mom perished. And Petals would be like, it would be the Petals Pirates. And everyone's thinking, no, it should be Katakuri because he's the most capable out of everybody there. But Smoothie's all like, you guys are idiots. Now's not the time for you to be speaking about this because Mama is not dead. And then they're going back and forth. Even Flampe's there. Everyone's giving their 2 cents. Daifuku's giving his 2 cents. And then we cut to... Hold on. Then we cut to the Kuri Amigasa village where Hitetsu is there, questioning why Tama's there and whether Tama's a real kunoichi or if Momonosuke is okay. And they're saying that they're going to be going, and Kiku lets Hitetsu know that we're going to be going to Udon. And Hitetsu's all like, no, don't do that. But she hangs up before we find out. Before he
says anything else. Then we go to the Kuri Wastelands, where we have Kiku, Tama, Momonosuke, Chopper, and Big Mom all traveling to Udon. Of course, it's going to be a long way because they're on one side of Wano, and they got to make a long trek towards like the bottom left-hand portion of the map to Udon. And they're riding the crocodile shark that we saw out in the distance multiple times throughout this arc so far. And Big Mom has pretty much just beat the thing into submission. So now it's being used as their main method of transportation to Udon. So as they're going there, we also find out that Napoleon hasn't said anything this entire time. And we don't even know if Napoleon's awake or is he still unconscious. And we don't know what will happen when he wakes up. Whether he's lost his memories or not remains to be seen. So that's something to be concerned about, because if Napoleon hasn't lost his memory, he could be that triggering factor. Either him or Zeus could be the triggering factor of Big Mom getting her memory back, and then everything is just gonna go downhill from there. So they're making their way to Udon while Big Mom is drooling at the mouth because the food that the people of Ebisu, Bakuda Town, gave her. She's all like drooling at the thought, like, I'm hungry, and she's just staring at Chopper, and he's all like, don't eat me! So we move on from there. We learn about the sections of Wano and how they all have their own unique weather system for each one. We learn of Ringo, the flower capital, Kibi, Kuri, Udon, Hakumai, and that pretty much makes up the majority of all of Wano. Each has its own unique weather system based on the place. Sorry, my beard doesn't know how to be a beard. And then I'm just going over the main key points. Nami, Shinobu, Kanjuro, Brook, and Robin are all in Ringo right now, thinking about their next move. And Robin's complaining about how she was able to get so little information when she literally has a massively long list of things that she managed to get a hold of information-wise, like was able to find out what time Orochi will wake up for the day of their final battle, was able to find out what will be transported to Onigashima as an offering, when the banquet will be held, as well as Kaido's favorite meal, and the hierarchy of his subordinates, and their military strength and the amount of weapons that they possess, and Orochi's military strength and the amount of weapons he possesses. I can see that right underneath it, because as she's saying all this, Kanjuro's all like, you're so competent, why are you complaining about what little information you got? So, as we go on from there, we also find out that there's a poneglyph, the road poneglyph, that, I want to say it wasn't a red one, but there's a poneglyph there, and Brook was able to see it, but there was like weird wooden statues in there, and Shinobu's all like, are there Kokeshi dolls in there? I don't know what Kokeshi is. If you guys know, then let me know, because I want to know. Will it have some significance later in the story? We'll have to see. But as we move on from there, the flower capital is uproar because of the apparent death of Komurasaki by Kiyoshiro's hands, and Sanji's all like bawling his eyes out, and everyone else does not care because Law's reading the paper about a kid escaping from the Udon prison. And all the while, as they're going back and forth talking about this, Sanji's just constantly thinking of women's bathhouses here in Wano and trying to find the nearest one. Because of his raid suit special ability, now he can peep all he wants to. So he has literally a one-track mind right now about trying to go peep. Bad Sanji. Then we cut to Udon, the prisoner mine, where the guard Alpaca Man is trying to get on Luffy's case about where Kid may have gone, since Kid has talked to Luffy the most out of everyone there in the prison. And as this is going on, we see Grandpa Hyo being beat on by a scorpion smile user and with a elephant smile user watching in the background. And he's questioning Grandpa Hyo on how he managed to get so many meal tickets when he knows clearly that Grandpa Hyo didn't do the amount of work to get that many tickets. And Grandpa Hyo is all like, I'm not letting any one of these go to waste because Luffy helped me. I was thinking Lucy. I mean, we're not in Dressrosa no more. And he's eating these, and the guard keeps trying to beat him up, and he's reminiscing about the old days of when there weren't strong idiots like Kaido's men, and the samurai were still around, and people like Luffy were literally everywhere in Wano. And we find out that Hyo was also known as Hyougoro the Flower, who used to be a Yakuza, which was on par with Kiyoshiro back in the day. And as before anything else happens, Luffy rushes over to help Grandpa Hyo, and just as he's jumping at the, I want to say, Scorpion Smile user, it cuts to Queen being outside of the prison. So he's arrived, and I don't know what's about to go down, but it's about to, he says it's noisy inside. Yeah, it's gonna get twice as noisy when Queen enters in, and we finally get to see whether or not he's a devil fruit user at all, or see his capabilities. Man, it got dark all of a sudden. It is only 9:48. Why is it dark outside? It's not really darkish, but my face was, never mind. But this chapter was really good. We got to find out the entire, the makeup and geography of Wano in one fell swoop. We got to see more progress of Big Mom. We got to finally see what happened to the rest of the Charlotte Big Mom pirates, and we got to see all the other members of the Straw Hat crew everywhere else on the island except for Jinbei and Zoro. I forget, is Jinbei is more than likely with them, isn't he? I want to say yes. So the only people we're actually missing, we're missing Zoro, Jinbei, and Carrot. Because I didn't see Carrot with Chopper and the others on top of the crocodile shark. So she's somewhere. Jinbei and them are with Inuarashi and the others, aren't they? I'm trying to remember. But things are getting interesting once more. I did like this chapter. I was expecting, from the last chapter, to see or whether confirm if Komurasaki was actually dead. But we didn't. But they've been hearing, Law's been reading in the newspaper saying how there's going to be a funeral held the next day. So it sounds as if Komurasaki is actually dead. I won't believe it until I actually see it, because I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm really hoping that she's not dead, because her name, plus all the things that she said and the way it coincided with other events that has been going on, I find it hard to believe that she was introduced as a courtesan that manipulated people, like a straight-up gold digger. Then she says that she's a daughter of a samurai. We don't get the backstory to any of that so far. And then she's just up and killed by Kiyoshiro because of her actions. I feel like there's more to Komurasaki than meets the eye. And I don't know if I truly believe that she's dead. I actually refuse to believe it, because there's so much more to Komurasaki that we just don't know. So that's just one lingering thing for me. The other lingering thing for me is, what that actually just came to my mind is, Big Mom is heading to the prison. And Queen has just arrived at the prison. What sort of beatdown are we going to possibly see if Big Mom goes toe-to-toe with one of Kaido's commanders? I feel like Big Mom could possibly win, but then again, we don't know Queen's abilities. And seeing as how King was able to single-handedly knock Big Mom's ship off of the waterfall and incapacitate most of the crew until after the fact, it makes me wonder about Queen's abilities. So that's there. Then I wonder about the poneglyph that's inside of that room down on Onigashima. And there's a lot of things for me to mull over, but I feel like we'll possibly learn it the week after next, because we're going on break. But for my review, I just really think that This is yet another chapter setting things up. It gave us some more info, which is good, but I feel like this is another setting up chapter. It's really good, but I feel like it didn't have the impact as of like a massive big reveal type chapter. So, but I still liked it though. Let me know what you guys thought of this chapter as a whole. Wow, I've been carrying on for a lot longer than I normally do. But there's not much else I can say about this, except I hope y'all enjoyed. I can't wait to see you all in the next video, so stay tuned for some very special news, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video, so have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples! Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Now we all know we've had our stint with the PS4. We had our moments with the VR. But I think it's high time that we
Switch things up a little.